afternoon to esteemed panelists and esteemed invited guests. At the outset, I extend my sincere thanks and hearty gratitude to the organizers, my batchmate Bipul, Saleen and all the organizers for getting me here. And actually, when I got this invitation, I was very excited to come here, particularly for two reasons. One, to see the and I think it has been very rewarding experience for last 2 days, and also to learn something on whatever briefly we are doing here. So I think with some presentation I have, and I think I would like to present before you, and I think it's not very ultimate, so some feedback will help us in further modifying. So there are two things actually we did. Previously I was holding the charge of also higher education department. I worked there for 1.5 years, and then since last 2.5 years I am working as a secretary technical education. So actually when you transit from higher education, from school education to higher education, there is one thing you suddenly feel, that the presence of government goes very drastically down. In school education, government has participation rate is around 50%. 50% school belongs to government. 50% almost enrollment more than also belongs to government in up to high school. But in +2, +3, and the government rate is hardly 10%. Your 90% colleges are aided colleges, private colleges. So they are all 90% are private. And when you go to technical education, it's more. Government has control over hardly 5-6 government engineering colleges, and rest are all private. So there is some problem how you control such a very heterogeneous system. So quality is one aspect which we very difficult to control. The university system is there, their administrator there, then council is there, board is there. So what we did in higher education, actually it was did before me, it was started a pilot project, then when I joined, I tried to further extend it. So we thought there has to be, now that thinking is going in Government of India, and they are also pursuing, there has to be to protect the quality and to help the students, to help the administrators, to help the faculties. There has to be a concept of common entry and common exit. So each private fellows cannot take their own students, university through conduct examination and give the degree. So, and then students complain out of unfairness, because of if a good private college is there, it has good name. It's not happen that always the admission comes through merit. There are so many other factors also work in getting the admission. So the purpose of this SAMS, the Student Academic Management System, was to ensure that there is a common entry point. So all the admission takes place on an online platform. The student sitting at home can enter the choice of his colleges, any number of colleges he can type. So all the colleges have, were brought in the fold in a sequence of 3 years. Initially only government college was there, then a second year half of the private college, and in third year all the colleges were brought. And that was done after a lot of persuasion and lot of because there is a lot of resistance. The private colleges do not want to come in the fold because they have their own system. And also resistance comes from our own boards, our +2 boards, the universities, because they think that our control goes. So that's what we try to do, and I think this has been in Odisha in last 4 years, it has been now stabilized. So all the colleges from +2 to +3, they have one entry point. The student can fill up the choice sitting at home, sitting at in a village if there is no computer at home. There are 300 and 400 SAM centers it has set up, where the student can go and fill up his choices. And there is a deadline, the choice is over, and then the merit list is generated by the computer, and the students get admission in whatever college he likes. So now the college has lost its, so that's the thing we did it. So it was a pilot project in 2009-10, 60 junior colleges in offline mode, and 2010-11, and 2011-12, you see all the colleges came to the SAMS fold. So this is, it took 4 years to complete all that. So I was during this period, 2010-11, 11-12, and it was carried on. So, and accordingly now, once that is done, once you have the student database, the admission database, then you can do everything. Then you can, examination registration is online, your admit card is online, your scholarship is online, your various, your attendance sheet is online, your quality monitoring tool is just, it's not very well developed, it is we are trying to do it. So everything is online, and all the college information, infrastructure, everything is online. So student sitting at home can see which college has what type of faculty, what are the branches, what type of courses, which college should go. So all the things are online. What are the fees, what are the hostel facilities, whether if I take admission, if I go there, whether I'll get a hostel facility or not. Then he can go, if he needs a hostel facility, and if they know hostel, he will not put his name there. So this made the life of students very easy. Otherwise, earlier the student used to go to each college, get the form, and he has to somebody has to travel 500 kilometers, 300 kilometers. So now all those things have been solved. So, and this the SAMS, it has set up a call center to help the students. Lot of all the data centers is OCAC, Odisha Computer Application Center, that we got through implemented through that, and that did this all three. And to help the students, actually every block headquarter and even block there is a SAMS resource center was set up with computers and internet. Even a village person, if he has no computer access, he can go to the SAMS resource center and can fill up his form and get all sorts of guidance, how to fill up a form, how to, all those things are there, and all the teachers were involved in this. So I think this is the website of the Higher Education Department and how this works. So these are the achievements. So it's now serving around more than 5 lakh students, and more than 2,000 colleges are in the fold. So now, and it's almost sustainable because there's no government fund now. It started with government funding, but now it's sustainable with the student fee and all. And the audit has taken place. And I think CAG audit also took place, and the performance audit and also financial audit. And I think they have pointed out some things which we corrected it in the due course of time. And so these are things. But I will stop here. So that's what in the SAMS we try to did to help the students in getting the admission process very smooth. Human elements were totally removed, and if you remove human element, you know you are reducing corruption. And so all the admission related corruptions have been removed in one go. So through this online process. There is one more thing now what we are doing, what Saleen told. I am also holding charge of now Employment Mission. So in this, what actually Employment Mission does? So now there you must be hearing skill development. Government of India and all the state governments are trying to focus on skill development. The people who are not able to go through formal education, who have no +2 degree, +3 degree, so now skill development should be available for all the persons who are even school dropouts, class 5, class 8, class 10, 12, any person. They can go through skill 2-month course, 3-month course, 6-month course, and even some advanced courses. And after that, they can get some jobs. So that's what we are trying to do. So it has started last year, skill development training. NSDC is there at Government of India level, and they have empaneled some training partners. So in the first go, we are trying to use those training partners for skill development. And the system is that in Odisha, at least 70%, 5% people should be placed. If you train 100 people, you must place 75% people somewhere. So if the people, the training partners are ready to do that, then we are offering them training programs. And then, so now we are trying to computerize this also. So a person who is class 5 dropout, class 8 sitting or whatever, he can sitting at home, he can just fill up, I want this training program of his choice, like computer, like welding, like whatever. And then there is a PIA, skill developer. He will just see these are the persons who are willing to go through under these training programs. Then he can choose those training partners based on his qualification and all interest, and he can call them and start training. So this NIC has developed this for us, e-Niyukti, and recently it was presented by NIC in the Maharashtra, there's a Maharashtra seminar, and it got e-award there also. So now we are ready to launch this also. So what is doing? It makes the process very easy for the candidates, the agency. Everything is online. So we have not launched it. Let me be very clear. We are now launching it. We will be launching it very soon this month. Now we are now, once the website is ready, once the process is ready, we are now training the training partners. So once the training partners are ready with this training, how to fill up the website, how to choose the partners, how to generate the reports, and how to do all those things, how to give the monthly report on the training, on the online system. So once this is there, we will be launching it very soon. So these are the things. That's what the things we are trying to do. So the first, the PIA, we are asking all the PIA to register online. After those training partners are empaneled by us. And once those training partners are empaneled, the student can see these are the training partners available. These are the things they are training, they are giving trainings. And if student is interested, he can just club it with him and ask for the training that I want to undergo training with him. So this is the thing. So it's a very standard thing we are trying to do. So these are the some things we are. So I think I should stop here. So these two things we are trying to do online that will help the students all over Odisha, and the purpose is only to make everything readily accessible at the online, reduce as much human element as much possible. That will cut down delay, cut down corruption, and bring transparency and also expedite the process. So I think we are stop here.